Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. Gonna talk, last video we talked about the acceptance deadline, and kind of maybe gonna do a few videos. And this is a little bit repeat. Hey, thumbs up to my 3 longtime listeners. This is maybe repeat for you, but still get questions, right? Still get questions from some of these basics, and they're good. They're good to some. Contracts are weird, and the REPSI, the real estate contracts, they're kind of a different breed than the rest of contracts, and so it's good. It's good to review this stuff. So we talked about the acceptance deadline and what that means. We're going to talk about what happens when you have these boxes at the end of the REPSI. You have them at the end of most of the addenda that are acceptance of offer, acceptance, counteroffer, and rejection, right? And so we're going to continue on the theme of counteroffers. We talked a little bit about that last time. So let's say you get a REPSI, just straight up REPSI from the buyer. You're a seller. And you are looking at it and say, price is good, whatever little details are important to you are good. And you say, this is, I really like this offer. But it'd be nice to bump that settlement deadline up, 10 days or whatever, because we got this thing, we're going to be on vacation and we'd rather just get it done with before we go. And so you get with your listing agent and you shoot that over to the buyer as a counter offer. Now, the buyer's sitting on it for a minute, and you get word through the agents, right, that the buyer, it doesn't work for the buyer to move that up. They, whatever, they're lending their current situation. They say, we need that extra 10 days. And so it looks to you like, oh, these buyers are not responding for whatever reason. They didn't like that change we proposed. So, but you look and let's say you did that. You got this offer and it had an acceptance deadline of Friday, and you sent over those terms on Wednesday. You sent a counter over on Wednesday saying, yeah, let's bump that settlement deadline up. And on Thursday, or let's say it's Friday, and they gave you till 8 p.m. on Friday to accept the original offer. Well, you're panicking a little. And you say, well, we better accept this. We're fine. We'll make that settlement deadline work. We don't want to lose these buyers. And so you grab the offer and say, hey, look, we're still within that acceptance deadline. Let's accept it. We'll rescind our counteroffer. So you send over at the same time. We rescind our counteroffer and we accept the offer as you originally proposed it, and we are now under contract. Are you under contract? That's the question. No, you're not. But Peter, we accepted it by the acceptance deadline, Peter. It's not a response deadline. We understand that from your last video. We accepted it in writing, communicated by or signed and communicated by the acceptance deadline. So what's the problem? The problem is the effect of countering an offer. The effect of countering an offer is that you reject the original offer. So it's as if you sent over with that rejection box checked when you send it back to them. So even though you actually checked counter, it's the effect of it is that you can no longer accept the original terms that you countered. Why? Well, for legal purposes, we don't want multiple versions of the same deal floating out there. And you could potentially have 2 or 3 different versions of the same contract that are all still kind of active because their acceptance deadlines are still running. But they've been countered and changes have been proposed officially through counteroffers, that's not good. We want certainty, right? That's what we look for in the law. We want to know what's going to happen, and we don't want there to be conflicting terms. So when you counter, you are in essence rejecting the original offer. So you could then you could have them counter with the old terms. You could wait till it lapses and then your counter, and then counter again with the original terms. There are ways to fix it, but just know when you are sending over the counter that you have, in essence, rejected the original offer. This is not legal information. This is, I hope it's legal information. This is not legal advice, but legal information only. If you need specific legal advice, please contact your attorney. If you need legal information, just watch another one of these videos. Thanks for tuning in.